become a black belt. And then I never quit. I never gave up. Even when it was really, really hard, I never gave up. And all of the black belts that you see here, they worked very, very hard for that belt. A black belt is not just something that they wear around their waist, they are a black belt. And by saying that I am a black belt, it actually means something that you all understand. You know the hours, the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, and in Anthony's case, especially blood, but we'll talk about that later, that it took to get there. Yeah. Look at this. Can somebody please bring out the big fan and just fan? It's okay. You earned it. But you guys, right now, you need to decide that you will become a black belt.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like if you start college, you have to decide that you are going to graduate. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. But if you're anything like me, you enjoy the challenge. I'm competitive. If there's a challenge in front of me, I want to win. I want to beat it. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
So giving up for me is not an option. I hope it's not an option for you either. So all of you underbelts, I wish you luck on getting your black belts. You can't do it. But the black belts have heard me say it before. It's like a broken record. It really isn't about luck. I don't believe in luck. I think either you do it or you don't. It's up to you. So if you really are hungry and you want your black belt, then eat. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so black belts, let's give our future generations black belts. Back in November, we started our 30th year. We actually get to celebrate for 2 years. Our 30th year, or coming up to our 30th birthday, and then our actual 30th year, right? Did I say it right, or however, you understand what I mean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is our 30th year, and then on November 12th, we will officially have been operating for 30 years, and then we'll be able to celebrate the fact that we're 30 years old. So we get to celebrate for 2 years, but Grandmaster Yates and I decided that we would stay very busy this year. And most schools, they stay in a bubble, they stay in a shell, and I think it's because they're afraid their students are going to see something that they like even better. Grandmaster Yates and Master Torres and I are not like that. We like to share the very best in the world with you. And I'm confident that you like me and you like our school. Master Torres and Grandmaster Yates are confident the same way. Already this year, I'm going to forget some. We had Chief Master Robert Ott. He's a blind master that lives on the West Coast in Seattle. He came out and taught a seminar. Absolutely amazing. And at the end of the seminar, he's so good, a lot of the younger kids say, Grandmaster MacKenzie, he's not really blind. But he is. He's like magic. And I love for our students to have a chance to be around him and to absorb a little bit of that magic and that energy that he has to share. And by the way, he'll be visiting briefly for a magazine cover shoot next week. Some of you might have a chance to catch him. He's not doing a seminar, but if you're lucky, you might get a chance to be around him a little bit. I know Grandmaster Yates will. We also had Dan Severin, who's the only person to have won the UFC ever back in the actual no-holds-bar era. Who's an Olympic wrestler, Greco-Roman. He was a Division I national wrestling champion in college. The guy's an absolute animal. But he's a gentle giant. He's a good friend of mine. We've known each other for many, many years. And when he's in this area of the country, he likes to come visit our school. That's quite a compliment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We had Grandmaster Yuri Fleischmann, all the way from Gaggenau, Germany, come. He's unbelievably good. And he comes all the way across the world to train with Grandmaster Yates and I. And as a result, we also host him to do a seminar. It helps to offset some of his expenses. And at the same time, it allows you to train with, once again, a living legend. Chief Master Perry Smoot. How many of you know him? Craziest hair on the planet. Craziest martial arts too, right? I mean, really, you have to love being around Master Smoot, and we'll see him in about a month and a half when we're over in Europe. Grandmaster Yates and I are teaching in Amsterdam, Germany, and Austria at the end of September and the first week in October. So we go to see them and we work with their students as well. Who am I missing? Yeah, we had Grandmaster Jeff Booth from Australia. He comes, if you're on Earth, you can't come from any farther away, and he does. And he does a lot with the Dan Bong, the short stick. He's unbelievable. I certainly shouldn't forget to mention that we had not only the highest Hapkido Grandmaster in the world, and it would be hard to be higher than him since he is the founder of it, Dojin Jihan-jae. He's the last of the living patriarchs, the last living founder of a traditionally recognized Asian martial art. And that's not just Korea, that's Korea, China, Japan, Okinawa. There are new arts that pop up every now and then. Some of us that have been doing this our whole lives say that those are the guys that didn't make it in the real arts, so they had to make up their own so they could be on top. But Dojin Jihan-jae, anytime you have the chance to be around him, don't ever miss the opportunity. I know the Drury family knows that. If I'm having a lunch with Dojin and I do on a regular basis, sometimes I'll drop them a call and they're there. They're there. If Mr. Drury is flying his plane to London, he just makes a U-turn, comes back, and everybody has to wait. The lunch with Dojin is that important. We have the highest ranking Tae Kwon Do person in the world here, Grandmaster Hwang Kwang Sung. He's the heir to the Tae Kwon Do throne under the late General Che Hong-hee. General Che died back in the early 2000s. Grandmaster Yates and I were very privileged to have trained with him prior to his passing. We've also been to his grave while we were in North Korea as ambassadors. I'm red, white, and blue all the way through, and there were 33 Americans that had a chance to go to North Korea as martial art ambassadors, and our State Department allowed us to go, and we did that some years ago too. So this martial art life and this martial art journey really is so different than anything I would have imagined as a child. Are there any others that I forgot?
We had Grandmaster Cyrus.
Grandmaster Ian Cyrus.
And Master Sean Bradley.
Master Sean Bradley, who was a student of mine as a child. He's actually now a doctor, lives on the West Coast. Very famous martial artist, and he has his roots right here on this mat like you. Grandmaster Yates has his roots right here just like you. We've known each other since we were both young. This summer we've had such an amazing time. We hosted a tournament back in May, and the tournament was very, very well attended. It was on the turf, on the grass, first of its sort, at the River Sharks Field. How many of you were there? The wars were beautiful, competition was tough. Even at least one of the spectators was tough, if you remember. Yeah. She's not here, right? Okay. Hey, things happen. But exciting times. We had a black belt test towards the end of May. I believe it was the 18th or 19th.
19th.
If you tested on the 19th of May for your black belt, please stand up and be recognized. Okay. And tell us what you tested for. Jaheim?
First time.
First time.
First time.
First time. Embroidered black belt. Embroidered black belt.
Second time.
Second time. Embroidered. Oh, now he's standing up.
Second down, sir.
Second down. Okay. Luke is not here.
No, sir.
You know what? Josh, I've been holding on to this since May. Josh's best childhood friend is also one of our black belts, but he's also leaving at the end of the week for college. This is Luke Kaula's second degree black belt certificate, so you'll award it to him.